Hello, everybody, and welcome to Let's Talk with Jason B. Ingram, where we open our hearts, share our stories, and navigate the journey of life together. Back for another episode. I originally said I was going to try to do this every day, and that's just not something emotionally possible, and just not something I think you guys would want either. You got to have time to digest what we talk about, and so I'm going to be doing this recording every Sunday. It will drop on Mondays, and for other times, you can look for me on social media dropping quick videos on the thought of the day and how we can navigate those thoughts and how they can play into our lives. But today, what I want to talk about is happy events and the profound absence of those we love at such happy events. I'm not sure if I've told you yet, but my oldest daughter and her husband are expecting their first child. And last week was their gender reveal. And they revealed they are having a little girl in July. And the middle name will be Lynn, carrying on that tradition. And as happy as I was that day watching my daughter's face and her husband's face, just how excited they are to welcome that child into the world in July, which was also the birthday month of not only myself, but her sister. Sarah Lynn and I had a birthday 4 days apart. Mine's the 15th and hers is the 19th. And I used to joke with her and tell her she was just a late birthday present to Dad. So, and you look around and you look at the happiness of, not only myself and, the mother of my daughters and, the parents of her husband and just all the family and stuff that's there. And, you were just so overcome with joy. But then you get to looking around because there's so many people for everybody to talk to. You get to looking around and it just stops and it smacks you right in the face of the ones that should be there as well. Now they're there in spirit and they're going to meet this child before any of us get to meet and hold it. They're going to warn the child about this crazy mixed family it's coming into, and hopefully prepare it for what the earth holds. But looking around, and it goes back to talking about my daughter's wedding as well. Her sister Sarah was supposed to be her maid of honor, and she wasn't there. My dad, who was terminally ill, sang Amazing Grace in Sarah's honor at Tori's wedding. And that was the last time he performed in public. And, you could tell he was struggling on oxygen. That was the most talented man I had ever met in my life. And he wasn't going to let her down that day. When she had scheduled the gender reveal, she said, I know Papa can't be left alone. So does that mean you're not going to be able to come? And I said, probably not, honey. I said, but I tell you what I'll do. You get your mom or somebody to FaceTime me, and I'll sit there with the iPad, and your Papa and I can watch it together. He was so excited to be a great grandpa. But my dad passed away February 5th, and he wasn't around for the gender reveal. Well, not here anyway. And as we start to look around, like I said, so many people that just wasn't there. Sarah wasn't there to support her sister and tell her how much she was going to spoil that child. And my dad, her Papa, wasn't there either. And to welcome the news of a little girl. And I haven't really went into this yet, but I had a roommate that I went to high school with, and the last 5 years of his life I let him live with me. And we became more than old high school buddies. We became family. And, I also found Mark dead in his bed. He had heart disease, and found him passed away. And he loved my kids too. And he would have been there. Isaac, who was Sarah's boyfriend and was shot and killed before Sarah passed in the car wreck, he would have been there with Sarah. Just so many people. And you try to navigate being happy, for not only, my eldest daughter and her husband, but, the entire family on both sides are just so thrilled for them to welcome this first child. And it's not just the gender reveal. You look around, the Christmases, the birthdays, the vacations, and you try to be happy, and you have to do the best you can to not let that emotion overcome you. And that's that's a journey in itself to navigate when you look around so much and you look around kind of like I am now. You look around and, you know, wait for, wait for Sarah to come running in the door with some of her friends. She was like the Pied Piper, or Mark. He loved to play his video games and he loved to play them loud. My dad always, before he came out to stay with me, he called me every day. And you just, those little things every day as well. But, again, the happy times when you look around, your birthday comes around and, you might not have a party, but you go to dinner and you look at the empty seats. They drop more and more each year. And so that's a journey that I'm still navigating on a daily basis because there's so many dates that roll around, again, between Christmas, holidays, Thanksgiving, birthdays. And of course, then there's the day that they left. And there's just so many constant reminders that you have to deal with on a daily basis that people either don't realize that you're fighting or you just don't talk about them. And, the therapy has really helped me. Like so I think I've said this before, but I've had some nasty things, not by a lot of people, but, nasty things telling me to just get over Sarah, especially, and, move on. And as to where I would agree, she would not want me here. She wouldn't want me here sad and upset, but, she would want me to live my life. But I know that I don't need somebody from the outside, especially that I don't know, telling me just get over it and move on. It's not how this works. And it's not just for a child. Every loss is different, and we all navigate them in our own ways. And like I said, it's the book. One of the books that I've been reading was "It's Okay Not to Be Okay." However you're feeling is okay. That's your feelings. Nobody can tell you how you should be feeling. So again, now we got past the gender reveal, and now coming up in July. Not only will it have been Sarah's birthday, but we will welcome this child into the world. And again, we'll look around and we'll be so overjoyed to welcome this new little girl into our clan, but knowing there's a lot of absence of those that should be there with us as well. And there'll be tears shed for happiness. There'll be tears shed in sadness. And I know they'll be standing there. They'll probably bring that baby down. Just because we can't see them doesn't mean they're not there. And, speaking of the baby, that gave me an idea. I've kind of been playing with it in my head. But to honor Sarah Lynn, she was a big animal lover. And she had 2 last rescues before she passed. One was Annie, and one was Nezuko. A brindle dog and a brindle cat. They look like they could have been, they look like sisters. So I am writing a children's book series with the first book in the series called Our Mommy is in Heaven, The Adventures of Annie and Nezuko. And after that one will be followed by their new home in Humans, and then leading into meeting their new sister, Abby T. Cat, and how they've moved into their new homes, and, just following the adventures of those two, because she loved them both dearly. She did not go anywhere without Annie. She would take her to McDonald's every day and get her a 4-piece nugget or a McChicken sandwich. But also, I'm writing a book called I'm Not Alone and Neither Are You, Coping with Loss and Navigating Life from Beginning to End. This book will reflect on my life experiences, the profound losses I've endured, and the support system that I found along the way. And I'll explore how I've learned to enjoy life while honoring the memories of those who have shaped me into the man I am today. And I hope between this series of the podcast and, when the book's done, I have no idea. Some days I can sit down and, I got flows of ideas that just come to me left and right. And other days it gets emotional and I have to get up and walk away from it. So again, today we're just exploring, even in immense joy, times of joy, you notice those who should be there as well. Some other books that's helped me really well has been Let Them by Mel Robbins. And that one's really helped me with the people that got nasty. And it wasn't a lot. I mean, please don't get me wrong. I am a firm believer that there are more good people in this world than bad. But, some people just, I don't know how to say it. They just don't, they don't know what to do. They don't know how their words affect people. And the book is entitled by Mel Robbins, Let Them. So that's what you do. You just let them do what they need to do. And, you just walk away from it. You cannot let it impact your life. You've got enough to deal with, and, just let them. And then the other one I've learned a lot from is boundaries. When to say yes, how to say no to take control of your life. That is written by renowned psychologists, Doctors Henry Cloud and John Townsend. I would suggest all three of those books that we've discussed here today. And remember, when you're celebrating Christmas with your family, or you're around the kitchen table for Thanksgiving, or you're celebrating your birthday or the birth of a child or the gender reveal of a child or a baptism of a child, whatever the happy times might be, a cookout, Super Bowl Sunday, whatever you enjoy, and you take a moment to look around and notice that those people aren't there, that's okay too. That's part of remembering them. Close your eyes, tell them hello, say a small prayer, whatever works for you. Because whatever works for you is what works for you, and nobody can tell you what will work for you. Again, I'm going to be doing a thought for the day and how some of these books can help you use that thought for the day into your own life. You can follow me everywhere, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Jason B. Ingram. And again, this podcast will be recorded every Sunday and drop on Mondays. And I'm also in the process of starting a foundation for Sarah Lynn to help people out. I have a cremation bench that I have to pay for by her gravesite. Then after that, we're going to donate some money to Unsolved Murders. We're going to donate some money to the Richmond Animal League. She was very passionate about both those. Again, Isaac Rodriguez, her boyfriend, his murder is still unsolved. So if you have any information, please call the Richmond VA Crime Solvers. She was also very, very passionate about helping the homeless. So, once we get all the stuff around her grave and taken care of for her and my dad, we're going to start, once anything donated over that will go to those causes. There'll be a link at the bottom of the description of the video where you can donate if you'd like. And, we'll take any help we can get. And again, if you have any information for the unsolved murder of Isaac Samuel Rodriguez, gunned down way too early, please call the Richmond, Virginia Crime Solvers. And again, whatever you're feeling about anyone you've lost, it's okay. It's your journey. And now it's becoming our journey. So I will thank you for joining me on this journey of reflection and healing. And remember, no matter what challenges you face, I'm not alone, and neither are you. So until next time, it's not goodbye. It's I'll see you later.